Alright, YouTube, my name is Ekuegan. You call me EK. In today's video, I want to go over the AUGMA Pulse Rifle. There's been a lot of different roles on this gun. I'm a huge fan of a lot of the combos that I can get. Let's look at what the weapon first offers. When it comes to the two trait slots, there's a lot of different options here. There are multiple things that you can kind of do. I mean, you can even do like a staff all, one for all if you wanted to, right? Hitting 3 separate targets, giving you, 10 range, 10 stability, 30 handling, 35 reload for about 10 seconds. You stack that with one for all, that lasts another 10 seconds. That gives you 35% extra damage. One neat thing about this pulse rifle is that it has a lot of different options. There are multiple things that you can kind of do here, right? Like demo and wellspring or demo adrenaline junkie are also here. Disruption break is also another one that's here. And even the trait itself, it starts up at basically, I would say, 20 stability and 30 reload speed, and then it gradually decreases into 50% of your mag, right? So the weapon has increased reload stability for the top half of the magazine. The gun holds about 32, so that means by the time you get to about 18 to 16, that's when you'll see it drop off, which is not a bad thing. If I am looking and I'm talking about endgame, this was one of the roles that I wanted. The reason why I wanted this is because adaptive munitions works well against any shield, even in endgame. You have something like this paired with turnabout, you're going to get an overshield that's going to give you 25. It's going to give you a 25 like overshield. That's how much it is when you get an overshield. So for me, I hunted this thing down for a bit. I did get something that that was close to what I wanted. I think this is what I got. I think I have a fluted flare magwell with range master work for mine. But if you're out there, you're like, what do I want for endgame? If you have something like this with adaptive and turnabout, or if you don't care about turnabout much, if you feel like you don't need the overshield, then disruption break is going to be your best bet. You could pair this together with things like an Izanagi or like a kinetic weapon that's going to crank out some damage, right? You break a shield, you go to that kinetic, and it's going to put in some work. For my weapon, I have on the AUGMA, and I do have on adaptive and turnabout. So if I go into an acute burn that is not solar, right, I know that I can still crank out shields, and I know that I'm going to get an overshield, especially if you're out in the open or if you're in a Grandmaster where you're under-leveled. I did keep an adrenaline junkie demolitionist. I wasn't a huge fan of it because it required me to get 10 kills in order for me to get that grenade back. Adrenaline Junkie is really nice. You do get that that damage right away. But once again, having to get 10 kills with a primary is one of those things that kind of turns off Demolitionist for me on a weapon. But if you're out there, you feel like it's something that you like, definitely go for it. In terms of Crucible, if we go back to this weapon, there's not too many options for me. Personally, I would probably do perpetual motion, and then I would say probably something like wellspring or even one for all, depending on what I feel like. But then we have the battle rifle, right? You have the battle rifle from the 30th anniversary. If you can do theirs, I would suggest just getting one of those bad boys because it actually feels really crispy. But yeah, that's about it. That is my AUGMA video. If you're out there, you were wondering what to get on this pulse rifle, I think one of the main things to pay attention to is going to be adaptive munitions, because it is something that you can bring into endgame, especially if pulse rifles are an artifact. Yeah, we're done here. I stream every day at twitch.tv/Ekuegan. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Videos are uploaded daily at 9 Pacific or 12 Eastern. So yeah, see you guys later. Deuces.